I'm calling myself out here on this YouTube video. I was very active on this channel years ago. I used to publish 2 videos each and every week. I very rarely missed my posting schedule. And then September of 2022, I don't know if it was burnout. I think it was partially burnout. I stopped publishing. September 22nd, 2022 was the last video I posted. And then last October, I got an idea. I saw plenty of these over 40 creators here on the YouTubes posting videos. And I'm like, gosh, you know what? I got to get back into it. And I kept coming up with excuses. And I posted a video on October 16th saying, I'm back. It was like 2 or 3 minutes long. It was outside on a golf course. And then I posted another video a couple of days later on October 20th. And then I haven't posted since then. It's been 105 days. And I woke up this morning. I was watching some YouTube videos. The kids are over at my parents' house right now. And I came across this creator named Jeff Lubin. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I've never heard of this guy before. And I came across his video this morning and I watched it and I'm like, I like this guy's style. And I ended up watching 3, 4, probably 5, 6 of his videos while I was making lunch, cleaning the house, doing dishes. And I was watching him and I'm like, you know what? I think he's 26 out of Chicago and I liked his style. And I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to quit with the excuses. So I'm calling myself out and I'm going to start being more active here on the YouTubes. And so I got notes. I don't have a script or anything like that, but I do have some notes that I wanted to cover in this video. Some of the topics, or I should say, let me share with you why I haven't posted in the last 100 days. So it started getting cold here in October out in Las Vegas, and I'm like, well, I can't film outside, and so maybe I'll just wait till the spring. Yeah, just another excuse. And because I didn't want to post inside because this background is fucking boring. And I'm like, oh, I can't do that because it's not pretty. It doesn't have fancy lights. It doesn't have fancy pictures. And it does have the bookshelf. But that's about it. So I'm like, well, I can't do that because I don't have this aesthetically pleasing background. And these are the excuses we tell ourselves. I do it all the time. And so thanks to Jeff this morning, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it right here with the ugly background with the plain white walls, and over time I'll add to it. I did just order these lights off of Amazon, you know, these fancy blue lights that I'll have back there. I got a couple of other lights that I'll be putting on my desk here so I can film like at nighttime, so I got better lighting and all that. But until then, I'm going to start messy. I'm going to start sloppy. Around here, the motto is fast and perfect action. That's what I talk about on social media. That's what I'm going to be talking about here a lot here on the YouTubes. I have an older computer. It's a pain to edit videos on this. That's why I'm not going to really edit videos. I'm not going to do any fancy editing. Maybe cut out little pieces here and there. Other than that, it's going to be real. It's going to be raw, and it's going to be relatable for people. So some of the topics I'm going to cover in these videos, being an over 40 creator. I'm 43 years old, so I want to be a voice of a beacon, I should say, of possibility and positivity for those 40 plus creators that think it's too late. I'm hoping to be an example, and it's never too late. At 43, I'm getting back into the YouTubes. I'm going to also talk about how I earn a living selling PDFs online. I'll talk about that. The whole channel is not going to be dedicated to that, but that's what I've talked about in the past is earning money online, selling like little digital products. I'm going to be talking about entrepreneurship. I'm going to be talking about mindset. I'm also going to be talking about being a dad. I have a 9 and 11-year-old, a son and a daughter, so I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my fitness journey. I started the carnivore diet and jumping rope and walking every day with a 20-pound vest, and I'm down 8.4 pounds since January 1st. So I'm going to be talking about that. So and then I'll be talking about life shit, just other different life shit that just kind of doesn't fit into a category. So it's going to be kind of a wide range, kind of somewhat, not necessarily vlogging, but just kind of sharing life lessons, mistakes made, and the mistakes that I hopefully help you avoid yourself. So the tools that I use, I have a Logitech camera. I think I paid 40 or 50 bucks from it from Office Max probably 6 or 7 years ago. It's nothing fancy. I think it's 1080p. That's all I know. It's no fancy camera. I use a blue Snowball mic. I think I bought it off of Amazon probably 4 or 5 years ago for, I think it was about 50 bucks. And then I have an old computer that I bought, I think in 2015, that desperately needs to be an upgrade, and that'll come with time. So I'm not using anything fancy. Like I said, camera and mic together, it's going to be less than $100, and you don't even need that to get started. And I'm trying to show you and be an example of you can get started with really whatever you have. And if you have a phone, you know, you could really just get started with your phone. You don't need the fancy equipment, fancy computer equipment. So what to expect going forward on this channel? Like I said, I talked about some of the topics that I'm going to be covering. My eighth grade sense of humor. I'm 43, but I do have an eighth grade sense of humor, so you'll hear you'll probably hear quite a few sexual innuendo jokes, kind of like the "That's what she said" from The Office. I'm going to share my wins and losses in business. I do this on social media. People love hearing the losses, and the idea is sharing the lessons learned, but also the mistakes I made to help you avoid those same mistakes. I plan to post probably anywhere between 2 to 5 times a week. You know, some weeks I'll feel on it, and I'm going to capitalize on that, and I might even do it more closer to daily, 6 to 7, and I might, some weeks might only be 1 or 2 videos, you know, so it's not going to be like a set schedule or every Tuesday and Thursday at 11:27 Pacific Standard Time I'm going to start. There's going to be no scripts. I do have some bullet points. I'm going to jot some bullet points, but that's it. But there's going to be no scripts. It's going to be kind of right off the top of the dome. Like I said before, no fancy editing. I'll make some slight edits. That is it. You're not going to see things flashing and text and colors and all that. No fancy thumbnails. It'll just be something I'll whip up in Canva. And then last but certainly not least, there will be ums, there will be ahs, and there will be swearing. So join, click subscribe down below. This is video number 1.